Promised I was doing a video from the driving range, so here I am. Right, so following on from the last two videos on effective practice, this is the third and final instalment. You might be falling into thinking I've done this the wrong way around, but I've done it this way on purpose because I want you to see what we did on the course, so then now it relates to what we're going to do on the driving range. We have basically been told that if we create picture perfect movements, they'll result in picture perfect swings, which will create picture perfect shots. But my question is, what picture are we supposed to be copying? So this is what I want you to think about, okay, is when we're at the range, instead of standing here trying to get ourselves all set up into perfect positions, I want you to start experimenting, okay? This is the perfect place to do that. So experimenting. So basically, start with a shot and start how far can you get the ball to go out to the right. Really easy. I mean, it doesn't require much thought on doing this. How far can I get the ball to go out to the right? Just think about any other sport that you've done, any kind of bat and ball activity, you've made a shot do that. If you're struggling with it, take one hand off and try it one-handed. Now try the other hand. This will give you a really good indication of actually how our hands work. Because when we're playing tennis, I mean that's probably one of the easiest ones, playing tennis and we're thinking about hitting a top hand shot or a backhand cut or things like that, the majority of the time we do it one-handed. But in golf we always hold the club two hands, and yet therefore we've got one dominant hand, one non-dominant hand, and they're arguing with each other about who's in control here. Or any other sport, bat and ball sport that you've ever played, how did you get that ball to do what you want it to do? Another great tool you can do and practice this with at home is your putter. Because just like a tennis racket, it's got a square grip, which means it gives you really good feedback into exactly what the club face is doing at all times. Which is funny enough, the reason why we're only allowed square grips on our putters and not any other club. I mean, this is how I warm up usually, is I actually make a few swings with my putter to give myself club face control for what I want to do. Because it will feel very much like it's not structured, it's not really useful, but trust me, this is far more useful than what you're currently doing, trying these static manoeuvres and positions. It won't help you on the golf course. It's why your range game isn't transferring. So once you can start to hit it down the left and the right, you can start to play around with that. Okay, well, if I can hit it down the left and move it out to there, what happens if I aim really far down the left? Can I bring it back again? Oh, look at that. Right, well, what about if I do it the other way? Can I hit it the other way? Because all I'm doing here is gaining experience. Now these experiences, I can kind of see this and kind of see what I can really do with a golf ball. And the more extreme you can make it, it means it's much easier as you start to rein it back in again. So that's obviously extreme. That's slightly less extreme. That's a little bit less. And just see how much control you have over the golf ball. Because you are rarely going to find yourself in a position where you're going to have the textbook perfect lie with the textbook yardage and distance you have in a condition where there's no wind and you're totally relaxed and it doesn't matter. I don't think I've ever been in that position on a golf course, ever. Whereas on the driving range, we're in it all the time. So this is far, far, far more useful to practice hitting different shots than it is to be trying to hit the same shot. So as soon as I started changing my brain to what I wanted this golf ball to do, my skill improved. And instead of thinking to myself, what do I need to do? It was a case of, what do I want this golf club to do to make the ball do what I want it to do? And people will tell me that this is something, you know, shaping the golf ball, moving the golf ball around, is an elite golfer skill. Well, that's because you've been told that. Have you had a go at it in a safe learning environment like we are now? Because trust me, it really is not that hard to move golf balls around in the way you want it to do it. Once you just give it a little bit of thought about what you want to do, had a little bit of a play and practice around it. The next element of driving range practice is putting some consequence to it, because we're on the golf course, every shot counts, every shot has a consequence to it, and it's that breeds attention into our bodies and creates performance issues. So the more realistic we can make this, the more chance it's actually going to replicate when we go out on the golf course. So I want to work on draws, I'm picking a target down here, and now I'm going to try and make sure I play every shot, it's going to move off that target. So yeah, that definitely has. Now the trick of this as well is you have to change clubs. You can't stand there hitting the same shot and the same club, because that's not how we play golf. Try and go through your pre-shot routine, try and visualise it, get used to trying to go through the same routines that you go through when you're out on the golf course. It's not easy to do when you're talking to the camera. How many different ways can I hit that target? Imagine the golf course that's here, and I'm going to play the first few holes of it. So if you've got Top Tracer, you can actually play virtual golf quite easy, or a simulator, it's even easier. But here with no simulator, I have to get creative, and I also have to get very visual, which is, to be honest, is actually even better for us as golfers, because our brains control more about what we do than our bodies do. It's been said that our subconscious mind is in control of us by more than around about 95%, whereas our conscious brain is actually only giving us about 5%. You've got to think of it like a computer screen. You're looking at whatever you're looking at the screen, that's your conscious mind. The internet is your subconscious mind. So we need to basically pre-program that into hitting the shot we want it to do. So the first hole here is out of bounds all the way down the left-hand side. So I am going to stand behind the ball and go through my pre-shot routine, visualising the shot I want to hit, feeling that swing that's going to produce the ball flight I want, seeing where the ball starts, seeing the ball flight. And now I've just got to go ahead and replicate it. Oh, that would be awesome. Then, how did that go? Did that get me in a good spot? And then try and play the hole out from there. So what's the next shot going to be? Okay, just visualising where the trouble is, visualising the shot again, seeing that shot, feeling that the movement required to make the shot, seeing it, feeling it, playing it. And then when you get to the chipping element of the game, you'll always have something to chip at, or the putting element if you're on the green, sorry. Try and basically hole one of the closest baskets or something to you. So the third and final element is warming up. Now once again I've done this backwards again, but when you come to the range and you're here to warm up, remember that that's what you're there to do. You're there just to get the muscles loose, and you're there just to hit a few balls. You're not trying to work on anything in particular, you are just there to warm up. So the way I do is I pick a mid-iron of some description. You've got God knows how many targets to aim at, and basically I am going to try and hit as many targets as I can with the same club. So starting with a nice little easy one in front of me. And then and then move out further out from there. Now you're only allowed one shot with each I'm going to have one shot with each. Because that's more like the real thing. Just get a feel for what you're doing, what the ball's doing, how much control you've got over it today. Try and get the ball to move in different ways. This is just feeling it out, and then basically just start again. And if you can randomise it, even better. So go short, then go long. And this is warming up. This is just getting my body used to hitting a golf ball.